Welcome to my channel. I want to do a very short video where I finally swatch all my new Stabilo pens. As a birthday gift I received this set of Stabilo fine liners with soft colors. You can see this palette here, and also set of pens with more wide tip, like a regular felt tip pen. And I think that it's a full palette of 66 colors. And shame on me, but so far I hadn't made the full swatch. I used several of them when I need to add color accents or thin lines to my pictures, but I still don't have swatches. And first I didn't know actually how to do those swatches because they don't have names. But then, stupid me, I looked at them closer and I realized that even if they don't have names, at least they have color numbers. Maybe it's obvious for everyone, but for me it was a discovery. And those numbers, they are the same for the different pens from Stabilo. How I discovered it, it's because I have like similar colors, maybe this one. So here I have fine point and we have 88 like the variety of them, it's 88 fine liner, and then we have 12 as a color code. The same thing we have here, it's 68 and the same 12 as the color code. And indeed on paper they have similar color, exactly the same, just the different width of the line, because this one is fine liner and this one is felt tip pen. So when I discovered that they have unique colors, I realized that yeah, I can do my swatches, and that's what I intend to do now. And I do my swatches on quite thin paper in the sketchbook. For me it's very similar to paper in Creative Heaven, for example. So if it doesn't bleed through here, it won't bleed through anywhere. I think that it's the thinnest paper I own in my sketchbooks, so that's why I selected this paper. small test which I want to do. It's how they behave on top of Prismacolor pencils. I will use pale sage and pink and lavender. I think that if I do the leaf of the plant with this light green color, can I add a little bit of texture with more intense green colors? They are one shade or two shades darker, so maybe they can be helpful for the texture, for some small details. Actually, yes, you can use them on top of Prismacolor if the first layer isn't very waxy, so you definitely can use them. I don't feel any problems. And the same, you can add small details on the flower petals. And I wanted to mention that color on the paper actually match quite nicely cap of the pencil, so you have quite good impression even what color it is, even without looking at the number. Yeah, also quite well. Of course they don't blend, but we can try to do even such thing. So if you need to intensify your color, you can use a layer of Stabilo pens, and I'm sure that with the wider tip of this pens it will be even easier to do. So let's continue our test, and now I will try to swatch the full set of pens. finished my swatches. Some of the pens, they have slightly different color of the cover comparing to what I had on the paper. So here probably it's best to check number before you start to color. I would say that almost all of them, there are no similar colors apart from this orange red. And I was especially impressed by the variety of those brown, earth, ochre colors and also quite nice blue-green range. I can imagine that all these felty pens I can use now on my fall pictures when I need to color straw. You know that when you color straw, you put basic color of those muted yellow, but then for the texture you need something which you can use on top of Prismacolors, so such colors like this one or this one would be perfect for straw. These pencils I can use for water, for waves. The only area where I don't know how to use this felty pens, it's actually this which look like highlighters, so maybe I will simply bring them with me to work and I will use them there for the documents as highlighters. All other colors, they are perfect. Also quality is amazing. I absolutely love how they lay on the paper. You can see that there are no visible pen strokes, very smooth coverage. I don't know if it's possible to blend them. Maybe close colors like this 14 and 34 you can do gradient, but I will try it later somewhere in my coloring books, maybe in Rita Berman in Euro book, where I constantly need to color tiniest elements. That's where I plan to use them. And finally, let's have a look about bleeding. You can see, you can't see, but I will show you. There are no problems. Yeah, on the thin paper you can see intense dark colors a little bit, but I don't think that it's a huge problem. In Creative Heaven I have one-sided books, and in Rita Berman paper is thicker comparing to my test paper, so I am crazy happy. Honestly, I'm not sure how to use them in full size in my coloring books because I color with pencils, so I need to imagine, I need to learn how I can use them to intensify color, to add details. But sometimes some things, they just make us happy when you just own them. So when I look at these colors, when I look at these pens, I am crazy happy just to have them, to look at them, so I don't worry about using them. But I'm sure that they will be very helpful. Now finally, when I have my swatches, I hope that I will use them much more frequently. Thank you, and I hope to see you very soon in my next videos.